Donald Trump is elected president of the United States, in a kind of historical way, it's exciting because we will see the actual last...
Get ready, folks. Buckle up because we're about to take a ride down memory lane, or should I say, Insult Avenue, where two Hollywood legends, Johnny Depp and Morgan Freeman, deliver some of the most hilariously cutting remarks aimed at none other than Melania Trump. And let's be real, when you roast Melania, you're really roasting Donald Trump by proxy. It's like hitting a fly with a sledgehammer. Unnecessary, but oh so satisfying. Picture this: Johnny Depp, known for his eccentric charm and iconic pirate vibes, steps onto the stage at an exclusive Hollywood gala. He adjusts his signature hat, glances around with his mischievous grin, and without missing a beat, drops the mic before he even starts speaking. "Ladies and gentlemen," he begins, pausing for dramatic effect. If there was ever a trophy wife deserving of an Oscar for Best Supporting Role, it's Melania Trump. She plays the long-suffering First Lady so convincingly that I half expect her to break into a dramatic monologue about surviving shipwrecks. The audience erupts into laughter, but Johnny isn't done. He smirks, leans into the microphone, and continues, "And let's talk about her fashion choices. Every time she steps out in one of those power suits, it feels like she's trying to say, 'Carolina Herrera? I don't know her. I'm just here pretending not to notice my husband acting like a toddler in the toy aisle of a department store.'" As the laughter dies down, Morgan Freeman takes the stage. The audience falls silent, not out of intimidation, but because they know whatever he's about to say will be pure comedic gold. With his deep, soulful voice that could make even a grocery list sound profound, Freeman sets the scene. "Folks," he begins, shaking his head, "let me paint you a picture. Imagine being Melania Trump. You're married to a man who thinks he's the star of his own reality show, and guess what? He is. Except now, instead of hosting a game show, he's running the country. And trust me, that's scarier than any pirate adventure Johnny Depp could dream up." Morgan lets the weight of his words sink in before delivering the knockout punch. Melania's job description essentially reads, "Stand next to a man who talks louder than God and try to look dignified while doing it." If that's not the definition of strength, I don't know what is. The crowd bursts into applause, but Morgan isn't finished. He clears his throat and adds, "And let's not forget her famous anti-bullying campaign. Be best." Oh, the irony. Where art thou, sweet irony? Because let's be honest, living in a Trump rally for 4 years and still managing to stay classy, that takes talent. But this isn't just about throwing shade at Melania. Johnny and Morgan are making a point. By highlighting the absurdity of her situation, they're really shining a spotlight on the chaos of Trump's presidency. Every time Melania finds herself at the center of controversy, it's usually because of something her husband said or did. She's like the human equivalent of duct tape, desperately holding together a crumbling structure. The conversation takes a turn as a clip of Johnny Depp at a UK music festival plays. He smirks at the crowd, twirling his rings before casually mentioning Trump. "I think he needs help," Johnny quips, sending the audience into a frenzy. Then, in classic Depp fashion, he adds, "I know a lot of wonderful dark places he could go." The room roars with approval, but the backlash is swift, as media outlets dissect every word. According to psychologists, humor is a coping mechanism, and these two are masters at turning pain into laughter. Studies show satire has a way of disarming authority figures, poking holes in their inflated egos until all that's left is, well, hot air. And if there's one thing Trump has plenty of, it's hot air. The genius of all this? Melania doesn't even have to respond. Her silence speaks louder than any tweet. While Trump might rush to Twitter to fire back with all caps and threats of lawsuits, Melania simply keeps walking, her head held high, her expression unreadable. It leaves us all wondering, is she secretly whispering to herself, "This too shall pass," every time Trump opens his mouth? As we move toward 2024 and beyond, one thing is certain. Comedy will continue to play a crucial role in shaping public discourse. Whether it's Johnny Depp channeling Captain Jack Sparrow to mock Trump's arrogance, or Morgan Freeman delivering wisdom wrapped in wit, the message remains the same. Laughing at absurdity doesn't weaken its impact. It amplifies it. And who knows? Maybe one day, Melania will write her memoir. Imagine the title, How to Survive a Marriage to a Reality Star Without Losing Your Sanity. Now, that would be a bestseller. But before we wrap up, let's talk about a little thing called immigration. You know who's an immigrant? That's right, Melania Trump. Born and raised in Slovenia, she came to America with dreams, ambition, and a killer sense of style. Yet, considering how much her husband loves talking about walls and deportation, here's a question for the ages. Should Melania be deported? After all, if we follow Trump's logic, anyone who doesn't fit his narrow definition of American should pack their bags. But wait, wouldn't that mean sending his entire family packing? Imagine Melania giving Trump a polite nod, saying, "Sure thing, honey. See you later." Suddenly, that wall doesn't seem so tall anymore, does it? So, the next time Johnny Depp dubs Melania the queen of passive-aggressive elegance, or Morgan Freeman compares her to a superhero saving the world from itself, remember, you're not just laughing. You're participating in a cultural phenomenon that says, loud and clear, even in the face of ridiculousness, grace prevails. Thanks for watching.